Hey everyone, this is Keith Baker. I am the host of the Dancing with Cancer podcast, where we talk about how to live an upbeat, joyful life in the middle of the cancer storm. Let's go. We did go to the doctor this past week, my oncologist, and we did take labs, a blood test. Again, right now we're on the Jakafi. And we're going about once a month, every 4 to 5 weeks, and having labs, and they check my blood counts. That's the main thing they're concerned about. My numbers are lower than they need to be or should be, and if they get too low, then we'll probably have to change medications or choose a different path for treatment. And right now, it seems to be the medication itself, while it's helping tremendously in a lot of different areas, it is also what is causing some of my numbers to go down. So there's the pros and cons of using the medication. So anyways, we went to our oncologist this past week, did some labs, and my platelet count was down to, I believe it was 68. And that's lower than we would like. It has kind of fluctuated last few months. It had gotten down to the mid 70s in the past, but then last month had got up to, I think it was 98, if I remember correctly. And so that was encouraging. That was a positive. But now that it's dropped back down to the mid 60s or 68, whatever it was, that's not ideal. So, it's not panic time by any stretch of the imagination. The oncologist says if it gets below 50, that's when we're really start getting serious about, okay, we need to change something. And it may be just finding either lowering the dosage on the Jakafi or possibly looking at a different medication that does a lot of the same issues and treats the same things. In addition to that, I will be having an ultrasound coming up here in the next couple of weeks. They just want to check my spleen once again and make sure that it isn't continuing to grow, but that the Jakafi has stopped it from continuing to grow and hopefully even shrunk it some and that kind of thing. So that's kind of where we're at. The other issues kind of come in play, of course. As we've kind of addressed off and on throughout the different episodes, is that the part of the concern is that the cancer weakens my body, and then I become more vulnerable to other types of illnesses, colds, flus, that kind of thing. And so I've started exercising again recently. Now, pretty much on and off my entire adult life, I have exercised. I felt the need for exercise. I always felt it was a positive thing, a good thing. And someone could ask the question, well, what's more important, physical exercise or spiritual exercise? And probably, if I'm being honest, spiritual exercise is more important, but I believe both are important. But for me, it's been very similar where physical exercise, I in my head, I know the purpose for it, the need for it, that it helps me become just better shape and better health. So most people, when they talk about spiritual exercise, I think most people are referring to a daily devotional time or a Bible study time or a prayer time. Do you have a set time every day where you read the God's word, or a set time every day when you pray? And if not, I would encourage you to. But again, I'm just being honest. My spiritual exercise, my devotion times, Bible study time, for me, historically, has been very similar to my physical exercise routines, meaning that I understand the need for it. I believe it's important and it's very beneficial, but I'm human. And so I'll determine, okay, I need to do this, and I will start doing it, and I will do real well for 3 months, 6 months, but then I miss a week or miss 2 weeks, then I miss 4 weeks. And then before you know it, it's been 6 months or 3 months, and I haven't done the daily devotions or my prayer time or my Bible study time. And of course, when I was doing youth ministry, I had to do a lot of Bible study, preparing lessons and that kind of thing, which maybe helped out quite a bit. But I kind of think there's maybe a difference between having a personal Bible study time and preparing lessons for others, kind of thing. Although God often spoke to me through those lessons. Oftentimes there were more lessons to me as opposed to lessons through me to them, the teens. Anyways, I guess what I'm saying is the reality was in my physical exercise, I was lucky if I exercised 6 months out of a year. And in my spiritual exercises, daily devotions, it was probably lucky if I did them 6 months out of the year. It just kind of is what it was. However, once I would remember or recognize that, hey, I've gotten out of the habit, I would always reinitiate the process because I always felt like, good, bad, or otherwise, 6 months of physical exercise a year, if I keep doing it every year, is a whole lot better than no physical exercise any year. And likewise with the spiritual exercise or the daily devotions, I felt like, and maybe it's not best, but 6 months a year of Bible reading or Bible study or prayer time is a whole lot better than none. And in theory, if I'm 62 years old, you could say I've had 31 years of Bible study or 31 years of prayer time, whatever. I'm just saying that for me, anything's better than nothing. And because we are human, most of us struggle with doing that diligently or every single day. Part of our, we try to make it a part of your routine, try to make it a habit, and most people have better odds if they have a set time when they do it every day. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of share that right now I am doing physical exercises because I recognize that anytime you do physical exercise, whether it's jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, weights, whatever it might be, you're not just exercising your legs, you're not just exercising your arms, you're not just doing upper body exercises or lower body exercises, but every time you do physical activity, every time you do physical exercises, you're also exercising your heart and your lungs. And that's my goal in this go around when I exercise. When I was younger, I was in sports, and so a lot of times I exercised for sports. As I got older, I wanted to be able to do physical activities with my children, wrestle with them, that kind of stuff. And so I continued to exercise as I got older, so as they went through their child years and even their teen years, that I could wrestle with them, swim with them, whatever, and not not hurt myself in the process. And then, of course, it wasn't too long after that, we had grandchildren, and the same thing. I continued exercising. That was kind of my drive or my motivation, was to be able to wrestle with my grandchildren and play ball with them and that kind of stuff. And so anyways, that's kind of led into this latest chapter where now I'm exercising to specifically strengthen my heart, strengthen my lungs, to give me the best odds going forward. That, to be frank, I'm in this thing. I am fighting this thing with everything I know how to fight. This cancer, I have not in any way, shape, or form given up, or I have no plans to go quietly into the night. If that's what Satan thinks is going to happen, he's lost his freaking mind. I am committed to fighting this thing every way I know how. And that means going to the doctor, taking my meds. It means making wise decisions about large groups and those kinds of things. And in this case, it means doing the physical exercises to make my heart and lungs stronger, to give me better odds in the future. So just as I am so determined to fight this cancer, I am just as determined to fight the enemy, Satan, Lucifer, Beelzebub, whatever name you want to give him, at every opportunity that I have. I believe that he is targeting us, targeting our children, targeting our grandchildren. And I believe just like the physical exercise will prepare my physical body for the physical battle that I have ahead, the cancer battle, I believe that the spiritual exercise will prepare my spiritual life for the spiritual battles that I have in the future. And it is my belief that as long as I can still breathe, as long as I am on this earth, I am on this earth for a reason and for a purpose. And I never want to squander those opportunities. I believe God is not done with me yet if I'm still here. And the same thing for you. If you are watching this podcast, God is not done with you yet. Don't, it'd be easy for me to say, you know what, I got a full-time job, I've got grandkids, I got my house to take care of, and now I've got cancer on top of it. My hands are full. I got more that I can deal with, more than I can handle. But no, I refuse to squander the time I have left in my life. I want to shine the light in as many dark places as I can. And our world is getting darker. It doesn't take a genius to see what's happening in all the cities in the United States. Everywhere we look, we see darkness, anger, hurt, brokenness. It seems to be getting worse. And so therefore I am determined to share what has been given to me with as many people as possible, to share light, to share encouragement, to share love. And I believe to have enough strength to be able to do that successfully requires me to do my spiritual exercises just like I need to do my physical exercises to prepare me for the physical fight. I need to do my spiritual exercises to do my spiritual fight. So my challenge to you this week is to understand that God is not done using you in your corner of the world. Whether it's to love your grandchildren, whether it's to love your neighbor, whether it's to love that guy that you can't stand. God is not done using you to share his light with somebody somewhere, to share his love with somebody somewhere. And so I would ask you to pray that God would open your eyes to the opportunities that you have in your world to share his love and his light with someone, anyone. God is not done with you. If you're still alive, if you're still on this planet, if you're still breathing, God is not done with you. Love you guys. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next week. Hey, thanks to everyone for stopping by. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit the like button. Also, please slam that subscribe button to ensure that you do not miss on any future episodes. Lastly, if you know someone who needs encouragement or who is going through a difficult time, please share this with them. More than anything else, we want to share this joy and hope that we have with as many people as possible. And we'd love to have others join the Dancing with Cancer family. Until next time, adios.